Hi, this is Coach Nate with another DestroyTheBaseball.com video newsletter. The topic of today's newsletter is reward correct technique in your hitting practice. I received an email from a coach that I met in the off season at a camp. He didn't have any questions, but he was making a point about some things he's doing in his preparation work for his hitters in his practices, and I thought those points were wonderful to share, and I'd like to see other coaches and parents and players look at those points and put them into work for themselves. But first, a quote. The quote reads, "A coach should always search for new and interesting ways to impart the lessons he needs his players to master. This is especially true in hyper-technical aspects of a game. In baseball, hitting has many small but important technical points. Take your coaching to the next level. Know exactly which of those technical points impact each player the most, and prepare your drill work for the individual player. You can even create competitions where points are rewarded for executing the technical aspect of the lesson rather than just simply rewarding the results." Now the email. "Hey Coach Nate, I flipped my practices around last season with the hitting. Our numbers went up across the board. I had half the guys on my team raise their average 150 points or more. Pretty darn good work at any level. Outstanding work. As you know from our chats last winter, I am a big believer in competition in all drills. As am I. I think that anytime you can put competition, you can put something at stake, you create more of an emotional attachment, and you put more focus behind each movement that the player is doing towards the final result. And it's more game-like. Everything is just better with competition. Well, with hitting, I took it a step further. I started giving out points for the correct technical movement. For instance, on the tee, I gave the possibility of 5 total points for the tee work. And we'll get into tee work here in future lessons, and you will see a lot on my channel about tee work. It's heavily neglected, and I think in many cases coaches miss a wonderful opportunity to have their hitters really improve. And why is that? Because the hitter can do the tee work on their own and alone. The tee is much more than just for warm-ups. For the tee, I give the possibility of 5 points. 1 point for tracking the ball in from the pitcher, 1 point for the correct still steady load, 1 point for the hitter reaching the front leg early, and 1 point for the finish. No leading forward past the midpoint and the head down at contact. And then a final point for the results for a total of 5. I found this really helps the players stay focused on the big items we know matter most in hitting. I say I love that approach. And as I've evolved and coached through the years, I have looked for ways always to add competition and add scoring to what we do in practice. But with the hitting, I'm even trying to take it a step further than this particular coach right here and get past just looking at the result alone, because there's more to hitting than the result. The results are a byproduct of mastering the small but very important parts of technique. Many times what I'll do is I'll have the team up doing live hitting, and I might choose to reward a specific technical aspect particular to each player. It could be for the entire team, like staying back and hitting the ball to right field, or contact point, looking for the aggressive contact point, depending on where the pitch is thrown, middle, outside, inside. Could reward that. Leave aside the result, simply reward the technique. But if you show up as a coach with the plan to reward technique for each player, and the technique is one that is important to that player reaching the next level, that is really taking it to a whole nother place as a coach. And I can't emphasize enough that hitting is very individual to the individual player. And if you do that extra work, you will reap rewards, and the player will appreciate it because he'll know you're 100% in tune with his needs. It's super critical that the player be crystal clear about what matters most and what he needs to be working on relentlessly in his preparation to get the results that he needs. Because remember, and you'll hear me say it time and time again, a competitor, a great success, they are honest with themselves about what they need to work on and what is beating them, and they are relentless about working on it. A coach's main job is to bring that honesty to the player so the player knows 100% without any fuzziness what he needs to be working on, and that player will appreciate that, and that player will go after it all the more difficult and all the more hard because you were there for him. So if you found this video of value today, please subscribe to my channel for notices on the release of future videos. Also, please share this video with anyone you feel might benefit from the material in the video. Leave comments, anything that will further the community, because we are really dealing here with the goal that we all share, and that is to bring the hitters fully alive when they hit a baseball, unleash rock solid, relentless self-confidence. Always, from now until the time I quit doing this, send me your hitter's video from the game or practice. I will provide a report and analysis along with an action plan going forward, absolutely free. And a reminder, this is an entirely free community, giving away our best material here and sharing it as a community. If you feel you've received value and you'd like to give a donation equal to that value, go to the homepage, which is www.destroythebaseball.com. Click the donate button in the upper right hand corner and leave me and the website a donation you feel is appropriate. And I will talk to you soon.